Hello everybody. Today we are meeting to talk about the device of the new generation, the device for development of concentrations, PRK-1U, created by Dr. Grigori Grabovoi. I was thinking how to share it with you and then decided to introduce you a translated part of the webinar dated January 25th, 2016, so you could learn about it directly and could make a decision about your investment in a happy, healthy and harmonious life. The theme of the webinar is the evolution of the soul to ensure eternal life to the physical body. So I start quoting. The device for development of concentrations, PRK-1U, is a universal device which allows to develop concentrations on the level that technical devices enhance concentrations and allow to carry out more stable control. Well, it is necessary, for example, in cases where a person needs to focus specifically on the concentration while doing some other work. Well, it may be compared with the fact that the driver, for example, drives the vehicle at a high speed and somehow he must be concentrated on the main road under the conditions of external heavy traffic and even simultaneously solve some issues. So the instrument systems allow to identify and visualize the main lines of the concentration more clearly as well. Control goal is simultaneously implemented during the concentration. And due to the fact that the device is based on my two patents, Grigori Grabovoi says, the first one is method for prevention of catastrophes and device for its implementation. And the second patent, information transmission system. On the external unit of the device, the technology of the second patent works to transfer the thought radiation into the internal unit of the device. And then, according to the patent method for prevention of catastrophes and device for its implementation, there is the saturation of the controlling signal and the concentration is fixed as such. There are four directions now incorporated in the device. The concentration on any event, then the concentration which is aimed at development of controlling clairvoyance, then there is concentration on the development of controlling forecast, and the concentration on rejuvenation. Actually, the concentrations represent light radiation, which is also seen, for example, at the external observation as a line or a beam of light in optical terms. And then the use of the device allows to form the shape more clearly and faster, and the form which is most necessary at some point of the concentration. And that is how the device provides such assistance. And when concentrations develop with respect to any event, according to the first control, then it depends on what time interval it is. For example, if that is the time interval of the past, that is simply the concentration level which is done on the lenses of the receiver in the device, and these concentrations are just different ones. So technical details are available if it relates to what is necessary to clarify, to get into details in general. It is all outlined in the description and provisions. There is a very important term in relation to the concentration development and control and forecast. It is necessary to embed the control of the type that after a certain period of time, the human consciousness, human personality will develop so much that man would do it with no device, and it is necessary to keep it in mind in the third point and put it in the concentration system. It is obvious and clear that the instrument develops concentrations, and when they are developed to the required level, man can naturally carry out it by oneself there, or may use it, for example, to create one more device, or just simply use the developed concentrations which ensure eternal life. For more details now, I would like to tell you about the first control, where development of concentrations is made on any event. And here it is important to note that if an event concerns the current or the future, control is carried out on the lenses counterclockwise. And if the control is carried out for the past, then the concentration's motion on the lenses is performed clockwise on the device. And it is important to note that effect at the same time, and it is generally accepted that motion clockwise measures the time. From the point of view of evolutionary development, we have that some version of measured time, that is a measure of time, which creates the structure of the past. The measure creates a structure of more simple access to the past in order to apply this access structure and ensure eternal life for all. So when we talk about concentrations which are aimed at ensuring eternal life to all, a development of precisely these concentrations rather than any other out there, some other type, then it's important to consider here the structure of interrelationship with the collective consciousness. So, when working with the control 1, it is desirable to take into account a certain level of reaction of more voluminous systems of collective consciousness, and then mastering of this particular concentration will be going more rapidly. That's the end of the quote, and that is our first meeting on the series of not lecturing well, but such presentations. And so to get into more details, you may go to the official web page of individual entrepreneur Grigori Grabovoi, PR Consulting Technologies of Eternal Development, and also to the website www.grigorigrabovoi.world. And dears, you may think it over, how you may apply it in your life. If it is a purchase or your investment, for sure that is a special offer, and that is a special time, so you could make your personal choice. Thank you for your kind attention, and see you then.